In this video, we'll demonstrate connecting to a mail server, building a contact list, then building an email configuration which attaches a date and time expression, as well as a value from the process. We'll come back in a later video and build a report that we'll send using this configuration. Okay, to build our email configuration, open up Email and SMS on the Tools tab of Project Explorer. Before we can add a configuration, we'll need to add a mail server and at least one contact. We can start that with Edit, Servers, and I've already added my server into the project. You can add one by browsing into a blank row. To take a look at the settings, I'll show you the one that I already have. So to add an SMTP server, you'll need to know the address of the server, the port number if it's not running on the default SMTP port, and the encryption type if the server runs with encryption. The logon info are the credentials required to log into the server, and the sender info describes the email address that will be used to send the messages and what your recipients will see when they receive the reports. So they'll see the reports coming from this person at this address. Once you've added all the settings for the server, you can send a test email to the sender account and confirm your settings. Once you've added the server, you can add at least one contact. You can add as many as you need. And once you've done that, you can add a new mail configuration. So I'll call this one HD Summary 2 hours. And the type, of course, will be email. Use the server that you just configured. On the Content tab, add at least one of your contacts. And then build the subject and body. One nice thing we can do is add in expressions into these messages. So I'll add the date and time when this email is being sent. In the body, I can actually indicate a tag value right in the message. So I'll add another expression, choose the connector item option. And because my tank temperature is the process value that could actually generate this report, I will attach that value right in the message. And then because my report will be a summary of the process for 2 hours leading up to the event, I'll indicate that as well. On the Attachments tab, we can configure which report or reports are being sent with the message. That's really a better idea if you're sending more than one report in the same email. Because we're just sending one, we can actually leave this blank, and everything is a little bit more flexible, and we can actually define the report we're sending later on in the schedule action. Once you're satisfied with your settings, you can confirm the configuration, close email and SMS, and we'll come back in part 2 and build a report that we'll send using this configuration. For more information, visit us online at www.scitech.com.